Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for animated film soundtracks that showcase the best of musical storytelling. For this list, we'll be focusing on vocal songs rather than instrumental scores.
Forget about your worries and your strife. I mean the bare necessities.
Number 20. Sing. Jukebox musicals have never been so much fun, or so star-studded. Following a set of anthropomorphic animal contestants in a singing competition, this film features notable song covers performed by talented singers and voice artists.
Can't stop, won't stop moving.
The film's discography spans decades, from the swing standard My Way, to the Latin hit Bamboleo, to Taylor Swift's Shake It Off.
Baby, I'm just gonna shake, shake, shake.
The film even has one original song, Faith, performed by Stevie Wonder and Ariana Grande. Featuring both music legends and modern artists, Sing's cosmopolitan soundtrack has a little something for everyone, and is guaranteed to please even the pickiest of tastes.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Number 19. Cats Don't Dance. Speaking of singing anthropomorphic animals, the underrated Cats Don't Dance comes with its own star-studded original soundtrack by Randy Newman.
It's right up off the movie screen, if you know what I mean.
The film is an animated allegory about discrimination and the dark side of 1930s Hollywood. Fittingly for the setting, the songs lean heavily towards a big band and swing tempos, from Danny's Arrival number to the Shirley Temple stand-in Darla Dimple's Big and Loud Showstopper.
They like it big, they like it loud.
But most memorable of all is the mass musical number Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now, featuring the whole cast of animals as they show the human actors what they're capable of. Number 18. Despicable Me. Everyone's favorite supervillain has a killer theme. As it follows the adventure of Gru and his adoption of three cute girls, the film's eclectic soundtrack offers infectious pop and rock tracks. The main theme in particular sounds straight out of an R&B album.
Watch, this is so fun to see. Oh, Despicable Me.
The compositions also have hints of 60s swing and big band influence, no doubt taking their lead from James Bond-esque spy adventure features. Composed by Pharrell Williams and Heitor Pereira, this pop disco soundtrack features performances by Williams himself, Robin Thicke, and the Bee Gees. The film definitely gives you a case of boogie fever. Number 17. Anastasia. What was it about 90s animated films and catchy, memorable tunes? This Don Bluth favorite is a gem in many respects, but it also has the distinction of Broadway-worthy songs. Journey to the Past, Anastasia's I Want song, was even Oscar-nominated for Best Original Song.
Who knows where this road may go?
But there are other notable numbers, chiefly Rasputin's epic In the Dark of the Night, as well as the Bernadette Peters-led Paris Holds the Key to Your Heart.
Body holds the key to your heart.
And of course, who can forget the haunting Once Upon a December? With gorgeous animation to rival even Disney, romantic in a surprisingly mature way, Anastasia is the perfect blend of Disney princess fare and adult Broadway comedy. No wonder it was eventually adapted for Broadway.
Far away, long ago.
Number 16. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Is it a Christmas or a Halloween movie?
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air. What's this? I can't believe my eyes. I must be dreaming. Wake up, Jack. This isn't fair. What's this?
While there are likely numerous different opinions on that, chances are everyone can agree on the fact that the soundtrack delivers. If you've ever wondered how Halloween would sound, The Nightmare Before Christmas has you covered. Look no further than the opening song to see what we mean.
Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, everybody make a scene. Trick or treat, till the neighbor's gonna die of fright.
At the same time, whenever the characters explore things that fall outside the purview of their routine, the melodies follow suit. The strains continuously complement the unique Tim Burton aesthetic and storytelling technique we know and love, which isn't an easy thing to do. It goes without saying, but the residents of Halloween Town certainly know a thing or two about music.
It's a world unlike anything I've ever seen. And as hard as I tried, I can't seem to describe like a most improbable dream.
Number 15. Your Name. This tender 2016 fantasy anime film about two teenagers body swapping across time has an equally romantic soundtrack, praised by audiences and critics alike. Composed by Japanese rock band Rad Wimps, the soundtrack's notable songs include Yumetoro, or Dream Lantern, Zen Zen Zensei, or Past Past Life, And Spakadu, or Sparkle. The film's dreamy romantic sensibility was replicated in 2019's Weathering with You, also directed by Makoto Shinkai. Your Name's influence goes even further, with an American live-action remake in the works. Let us hope they retain the stellar soundtrack. Number 14. Trolls. The 2010s had its fair share of animated films with upbeat pop soundtracks, but Trolls has the distinction of having a cast of heavyweight singers, featuring the talents of Anna Kendrick, Justin Timberlake, Gwen Stefani, and many others. The film's soundtrack included colorful covers and Timberlake's own Can't Stop the Feeling, which received an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song. Other highlights include Hair Up, a pop techno arrangement of Edvard Grieg in the Hall of the Mountain King, and Zooey Deschanel's sad cover of Lionel Richie's Hello.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
And of course, who can resist that impromptu cover of Simon & Garfunkel's The Sound of Silence? It's a winner.
Of silence.
Number 13. Hercules. A regular old narrator simply isn't enough for this 1997 release, and thank goodness for that. What we get instead is nothing short of spectacular.
We are the muses, goddesses of the arts, and proclaimers of heroes.
Heroes like Hercules.
Honey, you mean Hercules!
The presence of these 5 diva goddesses sets the tone for the soundtrack, adding a gospel vibe that you don't hear often in such films. More traditional numbers also get a chance to shine, like the sweeping yet poignant Go the Distance.
I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to find where I belong.
Hercules has a distinctly dazzling musical personality carrying it throughout, with highs, lows, and everything in between. The various strains are music to our ears, both literally and figuratively. With the muse's heavenly melodic storytelling, Herc's powerful singing, and Meg's vulnerable refrain, this movie is a sweet-sounding masterpiece.
At least out loud, I won't say I'm in love.
Number 12. Happy Feet. This tale of tap-dancing penguin feet also has a song in his heart. Following Dance Happy Penguin Mumble's journey in becoming accepted by his fellows, this jukebox musical film offers a slew of infectious and catchy selections. Who can resist Robin Williams' growl singing My Way in Spanish?
Sin nada más, sin non señor.
And this is you.
Con lágrimas. Sure, it's me.
Or the perennial Queen favorite, Somebody to Love, sung by Brittany Murphy? Prince was even tapped for permission to use his song Kiss. Pleased by the film, Prince even wrote an original song, the upbeat The Song of the Heart, which won a Golden Globe for Best Original Song. This penguin is going places.
One world united, singing this song of the heart.
Number 11. Aladdin. The streets of Agrabah are filled with mesmerizing music.
Make way, here it comes, ring bells, bang the drum. Are you gonna love this guy?
You can take your pick from the vast plethora of numbers that make the movie what it is. For instance, the Cave of Wonders is obviously a mystical place, but we really grasp its importance and gravitas because of the segment's score.
Would you look at that? Just a handful of this stuff would make me richer than the Sultan.
Aladdin's relationship with Genie is another perfect example. If you weren't already a fan, a friend like me surely made you root for the blue being.
Can your friends do this? Can your friends do that? Can your friends pull this out their little hat?
If that still doesn't convince you, just try to imagine the magic carpet ride without its accompanying tune. A Whole New World is the reason that scene is so iconic. In other words, the carpet isn't the only thing that's magical about this movie.
Thrilling chase,
Wondrous place for you and me.
Number 10. A Goofy movie. As if Goofy wasn't endearing enough before, this 1995 movie really makes you love him and his teenage son Max.
all I need is half a chance, a second thought, a second glance will prove I got whatever piece of cake.
At its core, it's about a father and son understanding each other and bonding despite their differences. The soundtrack punctuates that, with upbeat numbers that emphasize the title character's quirky energy, and sadder pieces that underscore Goofy and Max's fraught relationship. And we can't talk about the film's music without mentioning the star that is Powerline.
Got myself in motion. One, I know that you'll understand. We set the world in motion by reaching out for each other's hand.
We're still kind of upset that he's just a fictional character. Can you imagine the epic albums and collabs we could have gotten otherwise? Fittingly, these numbers are perfect for a road trip, and you'll enjoy every second.
I'm feeling fancy free. How wonderful to be.
Number 9, The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is full of numbers that take us under the sea, and it's a thrilling swim. For one thing, Ariel gives us one of the most beloved I Want songs ever with
Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world.
Things intensify when her father King Triton catches wind of what she's been up to. The instrumental track that plays as he grows increasingly angry makes his destruction of her treasures all the more heartbreaking. It all culminates in Ariel falling prey to Ursula's tricks and nearly becoming one of the poor unfortunate souls in the song.
If you want to cross a bridge, my sweet, you've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath and go ahead and sign the scroll. Flotsam jetsam, now I've got her, boys. The boss is on a roll.
It's an emotional musical journey, to say the least. We won't blame you if you cry hearing the accompaniment that plays when Triton ultimately decides to give Ariel her happy ending. Number 8, Encanto. Encanto has everyone from kids to adults singing along. With numbers like the Family Madrigal, We Don't Talk About Bruno, and Dos Orejitas, it's easy to see why.
Ah, you're not gonna leave me alone, are you? Casita, help me out. Drawers, floors, doors. Let's go!
The score and songs transport us into the world of the movie, honoring its Colombian setting through Latin American sounds and elements of magical realism. The album has been topping the Billboard charts since its release, which is a testament to how it complements the plot while simultaneously standing on its own.
All I know are the blossoms you grow, but it's awesome to see how you rise. How far can I rise through the roof to the skies? Let's go!
But it's also revolutionary. Did you know that Germaine Franco was actually the first woman to score a Walt Disney Animation Studios movie? What a magnificent job she did! It may be newer, but this soundtrack will surely stand the test of time.
We see how bright you burn. We see how brave you've been.
Number 7, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Can you hear the bells of Notre Dame? If there's ever been a collection of melodies and refrains that's sure to stir your soul, it's this one. The plot is poignant, to put it mildly. Quasimodo longs for the simplest thing in the world, to live alongside everyone else.
Just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share.
Meanwhile, Esmeralda wants freedom for herself and her people. Frollo, on the other hand, is a terrifyingly perverse antagonist we're still scared of today.
Hellfire, dark fire. Now, Gypsy, it's your turn. Choose me or your pyre. Be mine or you will burn.
The music reflects these narratives flawlessly, adding a haunting dimension to the story. Out There, Hellfire, God Help the Outcasts, and the instrumental Paris Burning are just some of the unforgettable pieces. The soundtrack has been overshadowed over the years, but it remains one of the most beautiful works we've ever heard.
The rich and the ritual knells of the bells of
Number 6, Tarzan. Unlike many Disney movies, most of the songs in Tarzan aren't sung by the characters themselves. Granted, Kala has a part at the start of You'll Be in My Heart, and there's scat singing and music making and trashing the camp. For the most part, though, it's Phil Collins' amazing voice we hear. He truly outdid himself as both the writer and performer of these numbers.
Beyond the trees, above the clouds, oh, I see before me a new horizon. I wanna know, can you show me?
Every song, from Two Worlds to Strangers Like Me, accomplishes something different, and Mark Mancina's score is also criminally underrated. His melodies dig deep and captivate listeners time and again. Put together, they tell the tale with beauty and vigor, and fit the film like a glove. Tarzan didn't win the Grammy for Best Soundtrack Album by accident. Number 5, Shrek.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Before there were jukebox animated films like Sing and Happy Feet, there was Shrek. This 2001 fairy tale satire's massive success paved the way for eclectic animated film soundtracks. Shrek is all the more notable, however, for reintroducing several tunes to a whole new generation, like John Cale's cover of Leonard Cohen's Haunting Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Shrek even made ending with a song and dance a trend in animated films, with the iconic Now I'm a Believer.
I'm in love. I'm a believer.
There is a clear method in Shrek's karaoke madness, with each song perfectly suited to its new context. Now that is legendary.
I'm a believer. I could believe her if I tried.
Number 4, Beauty and the Beast. This is undoubtedly one of the most romantic soundtracks in Disney history.
True that he's no Prince Charming, but there's something in him that I simply didn't see.
From the moment the evocative prologue begins, it's clear that music will play a key role in the story, and Belle has to be one of the best opening numbers ever, establishing the protagonist's story while also being extremely catchy.
Look, there she goes, that girl is strange, no question. And distracted, can't you tell?
Never part of any crowd.
Cause her head's upon some cloud. No denying she's a funny girl, that Belle.
The rest of the movie keeps up with that standard, from the hospitality anthem of Be Our Guest to one of the most hummable villain songs of them all, Gaston.
As a specimen, yes, I'm intimidating. My word, I got Gaston.
The score more than keeps up, consistently acting as a manifestation of the character's unspoken or unsung feelings. Certainly as the sun rising in the east, this soundtrack will continue to stand as one of Disney's greatest musical accomplishments.
Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast.
Number 3, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger?
This contemporary classic in animation won Best Animated Feature at the Oscars for its technical prowess, but its soundtrack is also notable for its eclectic style and genre hopping. There's the defined hip-hop track, What's Up Danger, the Latin trap-flavored Familia, and the funky dream pop ballad, Sunflower.
Ooh, certain things you just can't refuse. She wanna drive.
These tracks are meant to reflect the music of today, as well as teenage Miles Morales' particular music taste. All in all, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse dares to go beyond the standard pop tracks and into new uncharted territory. Number 2, The Prince of Egypt. Did an animated film about Moses and the Ten Commandments have to go this hard? No, but we're glad it did.
You who I call brother, how could you have come to hate me so?
The Prince of Egypt was meant to be DreamWorks' Lion King, but despite its fantastic music and beautiful animation, it was relatively overlooked. Composer and lyricist Stephen Schwartz wrote the biblically imbued songs for the film, which include the epic and haunting Deliver Us, The Plagues, and Through Heaven's Eyes.
You can never see with your eyes on earth. Look through heaven's eyes.
When You Believe, performed by Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston over the end credits, and in the soundtrack, even won Best Original Song. No wonder the film got a Broadway adaptation.
You can achieve when you believe.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Lion King. Hans Zimmer composed the score for this 1994 film, while Elton John and Tim Rice collaborated to create the songs. Need we say more? To this day, the music during the stampede creates a deep feeling of unease. It's only rivaled by the beautiful melody that plays as Simba takes his rightful place as king. As for the songs themselves, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who doesn't know Circle of Life or Can You Feel the Love Tonight by heart. Scar's Be Prepared also ensured he'd be forever regarded as one of the most terrifying Disney villains.
Decades of denial is simply why I'll be king undisputed, respected, saluted, and seen for the wonder I am.
And who among us hasn't at least tried to live by Timon and Pumbaa's mantra? This soundtrack is a classic in the truest sense of the word.
Ain't no passing craze.
Which other animated film soundtrack made you a believer? Let us know in the comments down below.
And then I saw her face. I'm a believer.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.